Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about or showing you the final result of my DIY cover and then just rambling about my cover dilemma that I've been in for like a month now. Also, I have a new audio mic type thing. So yeah, that was it. I really don't find this audio to be very clear. It's kind of muffled. Um, I've heard it in someone else's video, and I liked it for their video, but like for mine, I don't know. I'm trying to find something that would help me have like clearer audio, but it's just a struggle right now. So please bear with me. I'm going to try to attach this to something so you guys can just hear me talk and I can use my hands. Okay, so hopefully this works. I have it like clicked onto the wire, but this is the final look of my DIY cover that I made about a week ago. Yeah, and as you can see, it's I've stuffed it up with things, and honestly, I like it, but I feel like something is just throwing me off. I don't know if it's because it's not TN branded or, I don't know. And I got like the repair kit and I fixed this here, which was actually really easy. Yeah, I didn't show this. I just kind of like did it. And I'm trying to get like accurate color on the camera. I know the weather sucks right now, and of course I waited until the end of the day to film this. So it's kind of hard to see, but in person they kind of feel similar, but you can very much tell that this is not this. Not just because of the size and stuff, but it's just not whatever leather Travelers company uses. Yeah, I don't know. And I've conditioned this like a couple times because I feel like it was just a lot of leather, I don't know, pebbles or just like pieces brushing off. But it's not bad. I just feel like I'm not really vibing with it like all the way. I don't know why, but this is the inside. I just kind of try to put some stuff on the inside to make it feel more, I don't know. I've been writing in it, and yeah, it's gonna take me a while to fill this up, but so I kept this just in case I wanted to have more storage. You guys have probably seen this, but then I got another one. This is a Galen leather passport wallet insert that I found used on eBay, and I like it. I thought it was gonna be like a little bit darker in person. But I do like this pin loop here because this makes the other pin loop and even I kind of had it like tucked in here, just like a little floppy. So yeah, I've added everything in here, and these I kind of just stuck in there last night while I was at work, but they don't stay in here. And honestly, I just can't stop thinking about the olive passport by TN. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, which leads me into my next ramble. So this is the final look that I said I would show you guys, and I do like it. It is just yeah, I don't know, something is just throwing me off and I don't know what it is, but anyway, this takes me into my next ramble. So I have 310 branded covers. My passport brown that I've had for 6 years. My standard brown, which looks oddly blackish green on camera. I don't know. I just need to work on lighting for nighttime because this is terrible. And then my camel standard. So this is not in use. I just have some extra inserts in here. This one is blank. This is like extra stickers, and this is just a zipper wallet case or whatever. This one is the one that's in use, and this one will be in use next year because I have my Sterling ink. What is it? Compact full year common planner is what I have in here. And so my dilemma is that I've been having this weird thought and urge to get down to one cover. Technically two, because I don't plan on getting rid of this for a long time because I've had this for 6 years and it's just beautiful. But so two covers technically. We'll just put this one to the side for now. Between these, actually I could get down to one cover, right? I could get down to one cover because I like wrote it all down in here, and I broke down like what each journal is for. So I basically just do record keeping in the planners. I don't actually plan, I just write about my days. I do creative journaling with like the collages and stuff, you know, washi tape stamps, personal deep journaling, and then poetry. So those 4 things I could get into one cover. And I've been thinking about it. And my problem is I would have to choose between having a camel and a brown or 2 browns. And also, just side note, I am just rambling like my thoughts and ideas. Like this video in the end is probably not going anywhere. I just need to get all of this out into the journaling community. So if anybody has like an idea or whatever, like that's why I'm talking about this. But there is no purpose to this rambling. I'm just rambling. But yeah, I would have to have a camel or a brown, which is like my original lineup from the beginning. I only had a camel standard and brown. It wasn't until later that I started, you know, getting other covers, and I've actually been through so many covers. It's kind of embarrassing. I have had an olive standard. I've had 2 A6 covers. I've had 2 different types of passports. And I think I was able to resell most of them except for one. Oh, I had a camel passport, the one that I unboxed like a year ago, I think. I sold that one because I was not really liking the cover and I wanted to downsize my stash, which is always a problem. Like I always get down to 3 covers, but then boop, I get one more. I really don't count this one because this is from Michael's, and I made it myself. But yeah, that's my dilemma. And lately I have really been into like brown covers. This brown cover, and it holds everything really well. I feel like there's not a lot of overhang like there is in my camel, and I've thought about cutting this one down before I made this one, but I knew that if I cut it down, I would end up wanting another standard size. So this one is just kind of on standby right now. And since the beginning, I've always been kind of like a camel girl, I guess, because this cover here technically is not my very first one, but just choosing camel, that was my first one. Or the camel was my first one. My actual camel that I purchased like for the first time ever, my brother has that one now because, you know, I didn't like the way it patinaed over time. I don't know, but lately I've just really been into brown, and I could get down to one cover like I said, but which color would I choose? And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I have a problem because of the colors and then also the size. So I'm going to try my best to fill this up. And the thing is, like, I'm thinking about an olive cover, but when this is full, I'm trying to decide ahead of time if I want to keep cutting down Stalogy notebooks to passport size, or if I want to go back to an A6, which would be this size right here. This is an A6 Stalogy that I write poetry in. Or would I want to get an A5 Stalogy and cut it down to standard size so this could be in use? So yeah, it's just really a bunch of confusion, and I love the idea of having just one, technically two covers, but there's just like so many decisions to make and things to think about. And actually, I remembered that I had bought this originally to be housing for my poetry. And I did get an insert that I filled up, but then for some reason after that, I started doing all of my creative journaling in here and bought this for my poetry. And so, yeah. And I don't think I will go back to passport memory keeping, just because, let me show you. Let's see. I actually have not started this yet, of course, but yeah, I did decorate for this month in here, and it's not bad. I feel like this versus my take a note planner, I feel like in the take a note it just looks a little more cohesive, if that makes sense, and just clean and crispy. So I wish I had gotten another take a note, but I wanted to try something smaller, which is why I got the Sterling Ink passport. But yeah, so basically my dilemma is which colors would I end up with, and in the future, what size would I end up with. But I hope that made sense. I feel like I really just needed to get all of that out. Don't know if I will stick with this in the end. I kind of want to just get the olive passport size, but I also don't want to spend money if I'm not going to be cutting down Stalogy for that size, you know. It would just be another cover to deal with and more, what do you call it? More inner conflict about all of these covers that I have. That's what would be happening. Anyway, yeah, I could totally just get down to one cover. I could have my weekly in here. I could have a collaging. I could have an insert for poetry, and I can have an insert for just writing. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this video and were able to follow along. I'm sorry if you weren't. I just needed to, get all of this out of my head and into the journaling community, to an audience that I hope could understand where I was coming from and was able to follow along. Anyway, I will hopefully be back soon with more journal with me videos. And if you watched all of this, God bless you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.